All right, we are back with another Dragon Plus live stream, another Dungeons and Doodles episode. We have 3 victims, guests here today. As always, starting with Stan.
Hi, back again.
Yes, this is actually, Matt, for your information, this is the brainchild of Stan.
Oh,
so
nice.
you have only him to blame for being...
It's all my fault. Whatever happens is totally my fault.
Next to Stan, we have Matt Cavada, Principal Brand Designer for Magic.
Woo!
That's right.
Welcome, welcome. So yes, a little brand known as Magic the Gathering. Welcome to
a little one.
You might have heard of it.
Yeah, you might have heard.
You
of
work
it.
Herloon Minotaurs into your drawings there?
I might.
So, what is Principal Brand Designer? What is it? What does that entail exactly?
I'm on the franchise team. We are charged with imagining magic beyond the confines of the card game. And I personally manage the part of the portfolio that includes branding and marketing, and in some cases, artwork and visuals.
Well, artwork and visuals is apropos for today.
That's what we're doing, isn't it?
That's what we're gonna do a little doodle
Maybe.
here. And
Maybe doing artwork.
next to Matt, Danny. It's not Mondays. It's not Craft Hag. So what are you doing here? It's Danny Hartall.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm doodling though.
Costume designer for Wizards of the Coast and the Penny Arcade Megacorp. And of course, Danny runs the Craft Hags Twitch show on the D&D Twitch channel.
Right on this channel.
Yeah, we had you in the office yesterday. With
I got feathers and glue everywhere.
Yeah.
Did you guys deal with it for the whole day?
We did. Then Lauren Urban was your guest. We had a meeting immediately after where she spent most of it trying to rub the glitter
Paint
off.
and feathers. I'm so sorry, guys.
So for folks tuning in, this is the Dragon Plus live stream. We talk about content going into each issue of Dragon Plus, our free online app and magazine. But we also love to look at the visual side of Dungeons and Dragons as well. So that's where Dungeons and Doodles came about. If you follow me on Twitter, I made brief mention that this episode we will be looking to give out a pair of tickets to the Stream of Many Eyes event. So not quite yet, not quite yet, but we'll get that up and running shortly.
I don't know what it is.
Oh,
yes.
Well, I will.
Tell him. Tell him, Bart.
I will. So, Stream of Many Eyes is our D&D live stream event. It'll be taking place. It's almost as if I've said this over and over again. June 1st through 3rd in Los Angeles. We'll be announcing our new campaign, still under wraps. But we'll have 3 full days of live streamed D&D games and assorted fun and mayhem as well. So
I totally knew what it was. I was just queuing up for the viewing audience.
You knew what you were doing.
So, yeah.
So you too could enter to win. So why don't we get going? We're here to draw, so we'll get some drawing in. We've got 5 questions we pulled out of the fun bag for this week. Stan was thoughtful enough to translate my scribbles into actual coherent questions. We will have some.
Wasn't that bad?
We will have some need for audience participation for many of it, but we're going to start off with a sort of a dealer's choice here. Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. Oh, there we go.
Just your Vanna White.
Just released.
Just released.
Right now. Into my
Filled
hands.
with the conflicts of the D&D multiverse and assorted monsters. The Archmage Mordenkainen was very discerning when picking which creatures go into his Tome of Foes, and he doesn't suffer fools gladly. For our artists today,
So making an exception for us.
You're going to make an exception for him. Can you draw a completely unworthy creature that old Mordenkainen would just laugh out of contention? So we're asking for your vision. What goofball creature did not make the pages of Mordenkainen? We're keeping it a little open-ended here. Sometimes we have big tables of choices, and we'll go into the audience next round. But Morning Canaan's Tomophos, some creatures make it and some creatures don't. So yes, we just got started on question number 1. Our fine Dungeons and Doodles logo is up on screen now. That one is hard to beat. So as our artists Stan, Matt Cavada, and Danny Hartel are drawing, I would love to mention a little bit more about the stream of many eyes, and why don't we do that? Pelham, are we ready to? Let's do it. Let's open the raffle. So we're going to open the raffle for our fine viewers watching at home. We're going to be giving away a pair of tickets to the Stream of Many Eyes. We have 4 ticketed games on Sunday, so when the raffle is open, please enter with !raffle, and we'll contact you. We'll contact the winner, and we'll get your name and the name of a guest onto the game of your choice, the game session of your choice. So there's still 4 game sessions. And for Matt Cavada, who might not be aware of what those game sessions are, we have starting off first thing in the day, Adventure Impractical with your Dungeon Master, Mark Humes, from Yogscast and High Rollers, of course. He will be having some very special guests in his show. I'm running through them now as I look through my computer screen because we've just added a couple of new ones, I believe. So Matthew Lillard, and then from Critical Role we have Sam, Ashley Johnson, and Taliesin Jaffe. In addition, from the McElroys, we have Clint McElroy will be joining that game. Mark Hume's game playing Merle. So that is the first game on Sunday, June 3rd.
McElroy's, is that like a late night drama like Dynasty and Falcon Crest?
It should be. There's Clint and Travis McElroy. And speaking of, the next game, Dice Camera Action, will be kicking off the second game on Sunday, June 3rd. Joining the regularly scheduled crew will also be Travis McElroy playing Magnus. And then our third game on Sunday, we had been calling this a special adventure. It's a bit of a placeholder name, but this would be DM'd by Deborah Ann Wall, and the official title now is The Witch of Briarcleft. Oh.
You're not on. This is not on.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I'm looking frantically over at our studio crew.
We have a second camera.
As far as I know, I'm staring like 45 degrees off where I'm supposed to be.
Was the show not on the whole time? Tell him. Do it better.
You laugh. That's happened before.
I know. I've done it before. That's why it's funny.
So Deborah Ann Wall will be running The Witch of Briarcleft with such players as Matthew Mercer, Marisha Ray, Tommy Walker, and Julia Dennis from her regular gaming group. And then our fourth and final game of Sunday, June 3rd, Tanks and More Tanks. We were trying to come up with the tanks puns. Oh, we should have put that in today's stream. Damn it.
Puns?
Yeah.
No.
I know.
I hate puns.
We're going to do Tanks for the Memories.
I feel like you know that, though.
We do. Oh, we do. DM'd by Mike Merles with players Joe Manganello, Travis Willingham, and special guests to be named. So, yes. So, do we have our raffle open now? So, yes. Hit !raffle to be entered for your opportunity. Obviously, these are tickets for one of those Sunday slots.
That all sounds like really cool. I want to go.
It does. There is a catch. You do need to be in the Los Angeles area or be able to get to the Los Angeles area for the Sunday, June 3rd show. So we'll keep the raffle open throughout the entirety of the stream. I'll probably mention it 20 to 27 more times as I struggle for things to say while our artists are drawing. Yeah, but best of luck for everyone. We are very appreciative of everyone who tunes in to the D&D channel and watches our live stream. So this is a small token of thanks and appreciation. We're very glad that we can at least comp a pair of tickets to our viewers today. So we'll pull that winner at the end. We'll keep the raffle open all stream long. So and for whoever the winner may be, we will contact you and just get your name and the name of your guest on the list for the game slot of your choice. So. We are.
I think we've gotten.
We're done.
We're done.
We're ready.
All right. So this was.
Helen is falling down on the job.
Name these?
Oh, I didn't like write it down. It was going to be a reveal
rules.
Because this doesn't.
I don't think mine.
Oh no,
can be
it's
summed up in words.
It's dealer's choice. We'll see what folks can either guess, surmise, or we'll start with.
Maybe we start with
I think Stan. We'll start with Stan, and we'll see.
See how it goes from there?
So yeah,
that's a good idea. Get that out of the way quick, and then go to the good ones.
No, that's because this one has a title on it. So Stan, what are we looking at here?
We were looking at Styrofoam Golem. Careful, hot contents, and he's got a big swizzle stick.
Oh my god!
So this reminds me of the Jason and the Argonauts, the big iron golem when you unplug his
the
heel.
Colossus, yeah.
Yes, and then the hot blood.
Just call it, yeah. If you get one good piercing shot in on the Styrofoam Golem, he's done for.
Well, but are you done for? As the hot coffee
true. You better
gotta
make a dodge.
He is not biodegradable. He cannot be destroyed. Okay, this is mine. This is the bag of milk mimic.
Wow. All right.
And this is in honor of Richard Witters, who is one of my good friends who is usually on this show, I think, and he couldn't be here. So I wanted to just shout out to Richard Witters, and he's Canadian if you didn't get that part.
Hence the bag of milk?
Yeah.
Do Canadians drink from bags of milk?
Yeah.
You don't know about
You don't know about bags of milk? Wow.
I didn't know what fluffernutter was until last week.
You put the bag in the
milk.
plastic thing?
Oh.
They have a bag of milk, and then you put it in its own carton or something.
Okay.
I've never even seen one in real life, but it's
basically,
just a
like every house
thing.
has a
like a pitcher.
Usually it's a green pitcher, and they're almost always green, right? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And instead of buying new cartons of milk, you buy the bags and you just plop it in. The edge of the bag fits out the spout. You cut off the end, and then you just pour.
It's a whole thing.
All right.
It's a whole thing, Bart.
I've never heard of this, but I've never heard of many things.
Now
in
you
life.
know.
Yeah.
In Canada,
Shout out to the
they do
Thurber
milk
side of the
different.
family.
And Matt, what are we looking at here?
Can you zoom in on that a little bit?
Nope.
No.
Next round, I will draw larger. So this is I was inspired by carnivorous plants, but in this case, there's no plant matter involved. There's a duck foot and like a human throat and mouth with like you know how an angler has the little fake such and such?
Yes.
It's a
lure.
Dragonfly winged thumb.
Oh my god.
For who? I don't know. I mean,
Well,
clearly,
I can see why that would get rejected.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
you can't decide
That's
what it
not
is.
getting in my monster
I
book.
think you win.
Matt going high concept here.
That's
All
the
right.
first one that would be out.
Well, thank you all, folks. You've now been initiated into Dungeons and Doodles.
Did we disappoint?
Point of pride. No. Believe me, we are par for the course. So the second question, before we jump into that, we will be in need of audience participation for this one. So if folks have suggestions, we'll do this one a bit of a blind mystery here. Audience suggestions for unusual materials. So if folks have unusual materials, and we'll pull, we'll compile a list from from
When
there.
you say unusual materials, you mean like unusual materials or things you would build stuff out of? What,
Items.
or any and all of these?
Any and all of these.
So this is like Mad Lib style we're working?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
So right off the bat, we've got spandex, adamantium. Oh, I don't know what that. I love that.
Adamantine we can do. Adamantium is owned by Marvel.
Or we're talking about the 80s pop singer.
Glitter.
Adamantium.
It has like feathers
Oh.
and those
Right.
little dangling things he
Waffles.
had.
Chewing gum.
Dresses in kind of a Napoleonic style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great. This
my
is.
God.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared. I don't like when Bart makes those noises.
No, this, half of the fun. This is my favorite Dragon Plus in many ways because I get to not only see the drawings, but I also get to see the audience suggestions, which never fail to. So I'm gonna. Wow, we've got.
Oh, you're blowing them away, audience. Good
Yes.
job.
All right, so thank you all. I think we've got a pretty good list here.
great.
So for this is question 2. We knew Danny was going to be on this week, so we had a few crafting and fashion questions. So this is Blacksmith Fashion Week. Armorers and master smiths are always experimenting with new raw material in order to create ever more effective armor. And feel free to pull this into the Magic brand. These are fine. These are all fine options. But not every experiment produces winning results. Can you please make for us a drawing of the world's only suit of armor made of? And Stan, we pulled four from the extensive list. Thank you all. Choose one of these 4, and we'll save it for the end. We've got spandex, glass, flumps, or
Flumps?
flumps.
It's a flump.
Oh,
Hang on.
hang on.
Yeah.
We'll find it.
It's I think in
It's
the
in the
original
Field Folio.
Yes, and there is a
Well, I've
reason
never
we do
seen
have
these,
All right.
or popsicle sticks.
Oh, wow.
A suit of armor made of one of those.
I will take the popsicle sticks.
There you go.
It's with an
It's
F
maybe
or a
more to
P.
draw,
F.
but it's funnier.
They keep coming in. I knew fecal matter was
That's
going to
a
make the
flump.
list.
Nice.
Flump.
I knew
fun.
who was that. Gornax 121. I knew that was going to get
tentacle
on there at some point. Owlbear scat. Boy, made the list multiple times in multiple ways.
Goodness.
Let's go with that. Hey, it made the list. Matt, we're throwing on a special one for you. Choose from one of these items: lint, glitter, velour, sponge, or owlbear scat.
Okay, this is no contest.
I don't know which one you're going to pick, though.
Well, it's always the dookie.
Okay.
When in doubt.
It
can't
is.
wait.
It has to be. And Danny, we've
am I
got chewing gum,
Okay.
saxophones,
Saxophone.
plutonium, or waffles.
Okay.
Oh, man.
okay.
mean-
And yes,
This is armor, right?
this is armor. Or armor, a piece of armor. I suppose shield could be an acceptable answer. A helmet could be an acceptable answer.
This got different all of a sudden.
The spirit of it is. I'm just gonna, because I love this so much. I'm just running through a few more of the other options we didn't that were out there. Some of them cleverly finding ways to make it through our auto mods. We Velcro, used diapers. Boy, that's
Man.
a tough
Wow.
one. Junkyard creature.
What is
kinda
wrong
like
with you people?
baked beans. We're getting a couple of confirmations about the Canadian milk query. It's true. Legos. Ointment.
Ointment armor.
Wow.
Just a great word.
That's just called sunscreen, people.
Is there a difference? Yeah. On what unguent, ointment? Is there an actual
Is it-
differentiation?
Is it ungent?
Unguent.
Unguent?
Do you play Skyrim?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
There's several games that use these words where I'm like and you never hear them saying it because it's just like an option to buy it from the merchant or whatever.
Yes.
So you just go through life wondering if you're saying these things right.
Well,
and unguent is one of them, but I always said
I believe
unguent.
it's unguent.
Unguent.
Unguent?
The only
Okay.
reason I know the word
But
is
I'm
from
looking it
Fargo.
up.
The guy
He's
said
looking it
he needed unguent. I cannot, as much as Dungeons and Dragons has taught me vocabulary and some pronunciation skills, I'm also
Ooh, here we go.
horribly bereft of other pronunciations. Famously, brazier, the fire. Did you know this? Not pronounced brazier.
No.
Now I know.
Dear God.
So when you go to a Dairy Queen and you're not getting the ice cream, you're getting undergarments.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Says
Other
a long
options.
time to load for-
Bees. Oh, these are great options. Unguent per Alexa. Unguent.
What's the? It's a 12-second video.
Dentures,
forget that.
Bear traps.
Let's learn another important
Let's
rule
not.
about pronunciation that will help you to pronounce English words.
You are out of here. Useless. But I was right. I just couldn't prove it. Unguent.
Handy dandy D&D Beyond Shirley and their pronunciation guide would have unguent, possibly. Again, for folks tuning in, this is Dungeons and Doodles. We're on question number 2, Blacksmith Fashion Week. These are suits of armor made out of unusual material. And if you have not entered our raffle yet, please feel free to do so. ! Raffle enters you. We will be closing it not in, oh my God, certified mail. I don't know if that's a chainmail pun, but I like it. Feel free to enter our raffle. We'll close it off at the end of the live stream. We'll be giving away a pair of tickets to our Stream of Many Eyes event. June 1st through 3rd in Los Angeles. These would be a ticket for one of the June 3rd.
Is that Los Angeles or Los Angeles?
Los Angeles.
Look up
which
a video, Stan.
I believe is Spanish for
I was
the
just trying to help.
Angeles.
Appreciate you trying. I just want to find a video where they're trying to tell you how to say Los Angeles, because I'm sure it's entertaining.
Other options that came in.
This is the ugliest shit ever.
Amazon boxes.
Amazon boxes.
Dentures. Gears. That would be kind of cool.
We're not here to make things that are cool.
Yeah, that's not this show.
Cool in
I'm
their
making
own
armor
unique
you
way.
do not want to wear.
Matt Cavada jumped right on the Dookie armor.
Yeah.
Immediately upon hearing that as an option. That, I think, only says something to his mindset in life.
I'm officially taking
Those
this
who
too
know me
seriously.
would agree, and those who don't know me now.
Look how far it's gotten him, though.
Yes, do the magic artists, do they ever do sketch sessions, doodle sessions? Get together and sketch out various sundries for the magic multiverse?
Probably not like this.
Not like this. Yeah, you're right.
Not
Yes,
like
they
this.
get together to do like communal drawing projects, but not this sort. This is a special breed right here.
Special.
All right, stuffed animals. Googly eyes. Wadish, you correct. We should have leaned hard into googly eyes.
I can change mine real quick.
You can always add googly eyes
Yeah.
into any and all drawings. That is certainly encouraged, if not outright required. At least on our website graphics.
Those are great, by the way. I love them.
Overpowered armor made out of old Nokia phones.
Oh yeah, you'd be indestructible.
Alcohol wipes. I like that. I don't know if I mentioned the stuffed animals. I like
Yeah.
I like that one. I feel like that was in the video for Young MC's Bust a Move. The guy had pants made out of stuffed animals.
Lady Gaga just did
Feeling like I'd have
not
chosen
just, but-
many of these over the popsicle sticks. Now that I'm halfway through the popsicle sticks, I'm like, what was I thinking?
When you could have gone with used tea bags or cassette tapes. Or tacos.
Man, tea bags would have been great.
All the choices. This is why I love D&D fans.
Other things coming up. I'll get through a bit of housekeeping while we're wrapping up our drawing. Just a reminder for folks, and Greg Tito will be on at 3:30 for D&D News. He'll be reiterating a few of these points as well. Next week, quite a few of us are flying down to Los Angeles. Monday is Memorial Day here in the United States, so there will be no streams on our Memorial Day holiday. On Tuesday, May 29, we will have Jeremy Crawford returning for Dragon Plus, continuing the discussion of centaurs and minotaurs. That follows Mike Merle's Happy Fun Hour. But Dice Camera Action will be off next week. We'll be doing Dice Camera Action that Friday at the Stream of Many Eyes, and we'll be doing it again on Sunday at the Stream of Many Eyes. So Dice Camera Action will be streaming today, but they will not be streaming on Tuesday, May 29th, or the following week, Tuesday, June 5th, as everyone is flying back from Los Angeles. All right. Oh, yeah.
Emery.
No. I'm just sighing with contentment at the suggestions that continue to come in. Duck-sized horses, tires, snakes.
Duck-sized horses.
Matt Cavada, centaur or minotaur? You can only pick one. Which would you? I don't know. Which would you rather be?
Which would I rather be?
Yes. Or which would the real question? Jeremy Crawford neglected. He parried that into which would you rather have for a roommate?
I feel like that's limiting the tar race too much. There's so many more tars that.
Are there though?
There should be.
All right. Drawings ready?
Oh, look at that. Oh, I
boy.
can smell it from here.
Oh boy.
That's bad.
Oh, here we'll do it in order of our artists here. So this was question number 2, Blacksmith Fashion Week. Armorers and master smiths are always experimenting with new materials. Not every experiment produces winning results, so let's see a few of those. Stan, what are we looking at here?
We've got a popsicle stick armor. They're all used.
Ew.
That's how they stick together.
That's how you get them to stick together.
Well, they're not all used. There's one fudgesicle.
Oh, well,
right there.
that's the used one. So you take the whole fudgesicle and stick it on your chest.
Do kids these days still make things out of popsicle sticks? I don't
I'm
know.
sure they call them something else.
They call them 3D printers now.
Nice.
Arts and crafts. You don't. We used to actually save popsicle sticks and do that.
Yeah.
Now you just go out and buy 1,000 at a pop. If
Yeah.
you'll pardon the semi-pun.
All right, next up, Matt, what are we looking at here?
Okay, so under normal circumstances, the armorer fashions, in this case the helmet, out of the strange material, but that's not what happens here. In this case, the owl bear eats the armorer and
And it
later
comes out.
deposits him on the ground. You'll see the telltale shoe and once again the human thumb as evidence of our former armorer pal.
I like it.
Go. Yeah.
I like that yours had a
So it's
story.
not really all new armor. It's just reskinned, as it
bad
were.
That's right.
And I believe we have one more entry.
I chose
Danny Hartel.
saxophones, and then I actually tried to make it look. I was like, okay, there's no way you can wear a saxophone,
I like it.
but I'm gonna try to make it look like it might be cool.
There you go.
I tried
That's
really
got kind
hard.
of a Jetsons quality to it.
Right? It would have to, I think.
You also have a weapon on the top.
Yeah, it's like a unicorn
right.
helmet. horn thing.
I feel like it's a great logo for like a
Sure.
jazz club somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know the
Hire
name
me.
of it.
Just kidding. I don't want to do that.
We also have lots of great suggestions for different tars. So
Oh, yeah.
mention that.
Other tars.
Bust them out.
Rhino tar, cactar,
Like a cactus?
barrow tar. Yes, the
Why is that not a D&D race yet?
catatar.
They're spiky.
Any fans
Scary.
of China Mieville? They have the cactus people race, which I always thought was pretty cool.
That sounds awesome.
It is. It is. I highly recommend his books for anyone who's a fan of fantasy. All right, let's get into question number 3. So this one is we asked you at the beginning for a monster that was not cool enough for Mordenkainen's. This time we're gonna. Oh boy. Let's throw it out to the for the audience once more. We'll give the question here in advance so you have a little context of why we're asking for this.
No.
This engenders a lot of debates in the halls of Wizards of the Coast.
Oh no.
There have been a lot of cool monsters invented for Dungeons and Dragons over the years, but let's face it, there have been some pretty ridiculous ones too. Let's see if our artist can please give a monster makeover to a blank. And we are looking for monsters. This is why the fiend.
Actual
to pick-
D&D monsters that tend to get mocked.
Yes.
Like a flump?
Like a flump.
the
Flump.
flump.
Well, could you make a cooler flump? Flump
Yeah.
was sure to get on that list.
That's a can of worms on this stream. This is a very flump friendly.
Well, you gotta go
They're
flump waffle
they're
instead of
pro-flump
pancake.
food.
Yes. So these are monsters that might not get the recognition or the table play that they deserve.
Or
Can
they
you
get
make
exactly the table play they deserve, and we want to change that for them.
Yes. Can you make it? And we'll throw out again a list of choices here. We'll look them up. So if you need a visual reference for exactly how these have been portrayed in the past, but we're getting some good suggestions. But any monster you would like to be seen made even cooler, we've got. And if you hear one you like, you can jump on that intellect devourer, Modrons. Orcus, see, he's pretty cool, but can you do?
Yeah, Modrons are like flumps. I love Modrons.
Yes.
Whoever said that, you're wrong.
But can you make it extra cool?
They don't need to get any cooler.
An awakened shrub, ochre jelly, a cooler filled with flumps. The Drider, which is a centaur
kind of a
type
tar.
of creature.
Yeah.
Kind of a tar.
Those are already really cool.
The Smothering Rug. Animated Broom. Oh, nice camera action. Cobalt, always a cool Cobalt. The Grimlock, not the Transformers
robot.
version. Knowles, Rust Monster, Cloaker, the Roper, the Gelatinous Cube. Any of these strike your fancies so far?
I just had one, but I forgot it already because you
Or
said
do,
more
yes,
things.
or do yes.
Yeah, run through them again really quick if you can.
Absolutely.
Are we just choosing any of the
We
above?
can
Yes,
pick one.
any
Yeah.
that strikes your fancy here. The Gorgon. Sorry, this was the Centaur question. It was Pat Benatar.
Benatar. Oh.
That's hilarious.
Modrons.
She's running with the shadows of the night on all fours.
Oh boy. Orcus, awakened shrubs, the Flump, the Drider, the Grell. It's kind of the brain, the floaty brain. Spellweaver, Smothering Rug, a cool Kenku, an animated broom, Kobold.
I call the broom.
Okay, we got animated broom, gelatinous cube, aboleth, rust monster, vegapygmies, galabdur. Oh, I like those are the rock-looking things.
I'm gonna do the Grell.
The Grell. All right, we've got Grell.
I'm torn
chosen.
between the intellect devourer and the vegapygmies now.
Can I vote?
You're going to vote for the intellect devourer.
I am gonna. How did you know that?
Because I sit right near you, Mark.
That was my favorite monster ever, is the brain in a jar. So, but you know what? The Grell is kind of a brain. So
It's brain-like, yeah.
we did.
That's
Well,
true.
it was.
There's still some more suggestions. We've got 2 for the invisible stalker.
Done.
The Zorn, a cool angel, an Ettercap. We've got the Tarask. We've got the Cyclops, Shrieker, Axebeak, a mashup. There's some suggestions for mashups. We've got Gelatinous Beholder, or a Vampire Ghost Tarask. Goblins. Goblins are coming in as
I'm going with the Vegapygmies.
Vegapygmy. Oh, just to spite me. To spite me, Stan.
Yeah, honestly, because I don't think I'm cool enough to do the Intellect Devourer.
You are indeed, but we'll accept Vegapygmy.
Well, let's see. If I do this fast enough, I'll give the...
So yes,
Devourer
so
shot
thank
too.
you all for your suggestions. I believe we are locked on Animated Broom, Grell, and Intellect Devourer. No, Vegapygmy.
Yeah.
But we also folks have continuing suggestions as well. Dark Mantle slot. There's a great slot in the original Fiend Folio. It was the Lord of Insanity was like a gelatinous slot, and all you could see was his brain inside.
Ew.
Yes. So the Tar in Minotaur stands for bull from Greek. I'm stealing I'm pretending I know this, Matt, but it's actually from the community chat. The Tar in Minotaur stands for bull from Greek, from the island of Minos. Centaur does not mean anything.
Isn't that funny that the part of tar that we keep is the part that isn't
That we don't. That we
yeah,
want
it's
to
the
throw
part
out.
we throw
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
We throw away the bull
It's the
part.
bull. Yeah.
And we just keep like half.
So the
dude.
centaur should be like, is that 100 bulls thing?
That should be a horse with a bull on the top.
Right. Well, it's like lycanthrope too, right? The lichen is from wolf, but all lycanthropes are.
All right, they're whatever.
Right. Although I guess in D&D you've got they did go where, right? Where rat, where bull, where wolf. The blink dog. Yeah, I agree. I'm a fan of blink dogs as well. I think just because I always wanted one as a pet.
Obviously.
Yes. Although, it'd be a damn hard time keeping them in your fenced yard when you go
Just
off
get
to work.
like an electric fence or something.
But they can blink right under the
Will it have to be a special electric fence, Bart? Obviously.
Obviously.
Or you'd have to like.
D&D electric fence.
Yes, or like that movie, what is it, The Cube, where there's a million different cube rooms and they have to figure out how to get from one to the next.
Yeah.
That was quite the movie.
Yes, I'd call that an underrated B movie, which I hold dear to my heart, if only because it made no sense whatsoever for why anyone would build that, but I sure want to watch a movie about people trying to escape it. Catoblepus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, those are, yeah. Again, for folks that are tuning in, this is Monster Makeover. There have been a lot of cool monsters invented for D&D over the years. But let's face it, there have been some pretty ridiculous ones too. Let's see if you can give a makeover to a blank and turn it into something cool, or at least less cringeworthy. I think the Flump. The Flump came from years ago. We did an April Fool's Day adventure. I think Logan Bonner crafted that and pulled a couple traditionally goofball creatures and put them in the adventure, and the Flump made its appearance. Its appearance back in there.
Well, I mean, that's not his first appearance is back here.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
his a reemergence.
That's the modern, yeah. Thank you, Logan Bonner.
Yes. So again, we still have our raffle open. If you have not entered the raffle, you still have time. We're not going to be closing that off until the end of the hour, ! Raffle, which I guess is emphasizing the start of raffle as opposed to the whole word raffle. Raffle. Yes.
Raffle.
Raffle. I don't know how that works. There's got to be punctuation marks over the years of written language that have fallen by the wayside that were very important at one point in time, but no longer are. So for folks entering the raffle, this is if you are in the Los Angeles area, or you will be on June 3rd. If you can get yourself to Los Angeles on June 3rd, we will pick one winner to give a pair of tickets to the Stream of Many Eyes game of your choice. We will contact you at the end. Yes, I see it too, Cardboard Box 11. From our vantage points, it looked like a nice butt that Matt was
Oh,
drawing.
yeah.
So.
I can see it. Just a big butt.
I'm assuming that's what he was saying.
That's the
What-
big
what
jut,
are your
and he
minds?
cannot lie.
That song gets a lot of play for our household. Yes, other...
Have you heard Jonathan Colton's version of it?
I have not. I will dutifully
You
look
that up.
After
I used to
look up,
karaoke Jonathan Colton's version of that.
after I look up the proper pronunciation for either ungent or ungent.
Unguent?
Unguent.
Unguent.
Or ointment, as the case may be.
Yeah.
So again, what else can we mention? The next issue of Dragon Plus. I would be remiss not to talk about Dragon Plus, our free app on
That's
Android.
the name of this show, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is free on Android, on iOS, and as always at dragonmag.com. The next issue will be made available very soon after the Stream of Many Eyes. We'll be covering a lot that went into the Stream of Many Eyes and some of the games and campaign information that will be coming out of that. We will continue to have maps and cartoons. We'll be looking back.
Speaking of, if you get the previous issue,
Yes.
there's a very good cartoon.
I hear
don't
that.
know who did it.
I hear that. In issue 19, available now. Feel free to take a look at one of our fine cartoons from Stan! Exclamation point at the end of the word Stan. Have we told that story, the exclamation point? Or is that a industry secret?
No. I don't think I've told it at conventions, but I don't think I've told it. I certainly haven't told it on this show, one of our shows. For a long time, I didn't tell it anyway. I told it in person, but I wouldn't record it.
I don't want
But
to force
No,
the
I
story.
went past that. I told it for some podcast a couple of years back, so that's. I was protecting the innocent. Now, screw them.
We'll put a link to your website to find out the true story of.
That's not up there.
So that's supposed to be cooler?
It's totally cooler.
Yeah, it totally is. You're so right.
Throwing shade at the Grell already.
No, not at all.
Wait a
don't
minute, we were supposed to
understand
make these cooler?
Mine
These-
just looks like a
It wasn't just draw.
it's
It wasn't
better
just
of a-
draw a crappy ass monster. That one.
Wait,
I get no. Wait,
thought
it
we were
is.
supposed
Sorry.
to draw an ass
Yeah. No.
monster.
Looking at what I did, I think I did. Yeah.
He
But
did draw an ass monster.
Just drawing. Yeah. All right.
All right.
I'm done.
Let's see what we got. Let's see.
I'm not proud of it.
We'll
but
let
there
the
you go.
audience be the judge of these guys. Oh, wait, so we got. Okay, in order of our artists. Thank you, Pelham. So first up, we've got Stan. With the
The delicious Vegapygmies.
Of course they are.
You can tell many tales about them. Veggie tales.
I feel like that's been done before.
I can see the lawsuit being drafted right now.
Parody, folks. All parody, all fair play. That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
yeah, the one that I drew, it's not anyone in particular's butt.
The intellect devourer.
So
Why would an intellect devourer go for your head? That's not where you carry your brain.
it's true.
So-
in case you didn't notice, there is a tramp stamp on that butt.
Yes!
Oh yeah.
And in case you guys might have lost faith in me, there is a human thumb.
Yes!
You just can't see it.
Well,
Whoa.
I do
Whoa.
like the human hand sort of approach for the tentacles there. So yeah, he has That's
is
that's
a
really
thumb.
disturbing.
Yeah, it is.
That's got a
I've
real.
never really appreciated quite how disturbed you are.
It's got a real human centipede vibe going for it in some awful way. And Danny, who do we have here?
This is the animated broom, but I made it into a Pokemon or something. So it's made of wood, and it's got little like wrappings where the metal would hold on to the little bristles of the broom, and then I just put bristles instead of hair and
Look at
claws and everywhere.
I'm sure that he goes and rolls around the floor and
Sweeps up, right? Yeah, it's like the dog you wish you had.
Yes, very important to say Pokemon or something.
Or something
or
like-
a trademark purpose.
Pokemans.
and I feel another
Yeah.
suit being.
I made it cute like a Pokemon.
Exactly. Or some other sort of pocket monster.
Pocket Digimons.
Man, I thought we'd get through 5. We're already getting close to the top of the hour. I think we're gonna have time to do one more drawing. Do you guys need a refresher? Are you guys ready to go for the next one?
I'm ready
I'm good to go.
We gotta.
We're machines.
Yeah.
We have to go with that one.
Yeah, we
right?
do.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
So,
It's a good one.
in honor of this one, we're also going to we're also going to need audience suggestions for this. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it without tipping the hand.
Locations.
I don't know.
Location. Okay.
Interesting locations.
If folks
I
can,
think it's okay to tip it, but go ahead.
if folks in the chat can give us, we're looking for. We did the armor was unusual materials. This one we would benefit from unusual locations, and we'll compile it. Oh boy.
Oh
I don't know
boy.
where this
It
is going.
was latrine the first one or second one?
First one.
Knows
First
what
one.
it is.
Yeah.
I think they're writing for me.
No, that'll be fine. That's okay.
Your audience knows you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm compiling a list. We'll do the. Oh, man. We'll compile
You
for
people are
each.
sick.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I will be explaining
These
why.
are highbrow.
Yes.
Goodness.
Oh boy. Okay.
Haunted truck stop bathroom.
Wow.
That is specific.
Yes.
Thank you.
Boy. Tub.
Can the WotC rejected ideas room be on that list? It's that would be hard to turn into the drawing, but
yes.
that's an interesting one.
Yeah. Automod, what are you doing? Ill repute gets caught by Automod, but
Ill repute?
I know. I don't know why. Ooh, a labyrinth. Hardcover. I was mentioning once on a stream that the hardcover was just out in Automod.
Oh God.
Like, watch your mouth, young man.
The covers here are soft and nothing else.
Hey now.
Let's see. Okay.
Very
all right.
easy to get treatments for that. In this modern medical age, that's not really
Do
a
you
problem
have
anymore.
flaccid cover problems?
All right. So I'll
If
continue
your
to.
cover stays hard for more.
Thank God we're
Anyway.
flagged as a mature channel. So this was, again, in honor of Craft Hags and Danny Hartel. We wanted to do hard to find hags. Hags are one of the most adaptable monsters in Dungeons & Dragons. Whatever terrain or location adventurers go to, there always seems to be a particular type of hag adapted to just that environment. Of course, that means there must be some pretty niche hags out there. Can you please draw us an example of one such niche hag? Stan, for each I pulled 4,
Cool.
and I'll continue to read through them as well. So we did have bathroom, only because it was first on the
I'm not doing it.
Dairy Farm, National Park, the DMV. And I'll throw the
Just take a photograph.
or
Go
oh, there we
for it.
go.
And
Or
use your camera.
petting zoo. I'll throw a 5th one on the list.
Oh man.
So pick one. Matt, we had. Let's see. We had under Greg Tito's hat. This was, I think, before they knew the location. A beehive inside of a beehive, a landfill, or a coffee shop.
Oh man, those are good.
Oh, these are good. Or I like this one as well. The inside of a mimic. So feel free to pick any
I don't
one
even
of
know
those.
what that would. Goodness.
And Danny, we've got
Yeah.
a hot tub.
Get the thumb in there though.
We kept the Watsy's room of rejected ideas.
What was the first one? I'm sorry.
A hot tub.
Okay. Hot tub.
Watsy's room of rejected ideas.
I like that one.
A labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
I have to pick some more because I chose, and then I pulled gingerbread house and haunted house, but that's Wicked Witch anyways. So,
Yeah.
inside of a bag of holding.
Oh wow.
Or at a or a panic room.
Panic room hack.
So any one of those,
man.
strike your fancy. The key is not too many choices, or it's paralysis.
I know what I'm doing.
Analysis paralysis.
All right.
But again, thank you so much for your suggestions. This is our fourth and final question of the day. Hard to find hags. Some of the other environments that were suggested that I can read out before Automod deletes them. Yes, so that we've got Yosemite National Park, the back of a giant dragon, several bathrooms, sigil, there's another pronunciation
Yeah.
question for you. But it's an actual donut.
Oh God.
It's a planar city that has a donut shape to it.
Oh.
So, but this would be instead of Castle Ravenloft, this was Castle Flumfloft. Technically, it was Tiamat's hot tub.
Tiamat's hot tub.
Which is good for the red dragon head. It's the white dragon head that, how do you set the thermostat in Tiamat's apartment? The red dragon
They're
or the
always
white
fighting
dragon?
over it, I'm sure.
Non-stop. It's never. That's a roommate you don't want to have. Yes, the Automod garbage pile. That would be a confusing and occasionally frightful place to a Barovian ball pit. But that's just a pit of skulls. I like that. Also held by Automod, but I like it, a nudist camp post-basilisk attack.
So they're all stone?
Yes, they've all been
So
stoned.
it's just a Greek garden now.
Yes, but they're all nude. At a crawfish boil, a pumpkin farm. Yeah. So many good options. So yes, this is we've got about 5 minutes till the top of the hour. But take your time. Take your time. We still have 5 minutes. As always, thank you for our participants today, who may or may not have known what they were getting into. I think Matt just accepted a meeting request, not understanding.
It's true.
I'm doing what today?
I was ready to get nothing done.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations,
What
sir.
are you doing?
Meetings.
And now, look how you'll accept this meeting again anytime, right?
Willie. But as always, thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thank you for our followers and subscribers so much. We will be. Why don't we do this? Why don't we close up the raffle and we'll have a name to announce here. So we'll close up the raffle for Sunday's show. Again, a stream of many eyes will be coming to us on the D&D Twitch channel on June 1st through 3rd. It was a lot of crazy fun last year at the Stream of Annihilation, and we're doing it again. So yes, if you have not, it is, yes, It's we're giving away a pair of tickets to one of the games taking place on Sunday, June 3rd. Your choice. We will contact you after the stream. Get your name. Would you just ask that you are obviously either in the Los Angeles area already or able to get to the Los Angeles area so that those tickets go to good news. And we have a winner. Is that Days Kanawa 89? Congratulations! Best. I'm looking at Pelham now. Best way to for us. Whispers. Look for a whisper. Look for a whisper in the Twitch chat, and we will contact you shortly there. Again, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes is available now. Dragon Plus issue 19 also available now. Cartoon from Stan in the pages there.
But there's no Styrofoam Golem in
the
Mordenkainen's.
But not in Mordenkainen's, but we do post all of these fine illustrations in each issue of Dragon Plus. So last
We do?
Oh yeah. Oh, these
What have we done?
these get out there.
Evidence.
Oh yeah. It's the internet. Nothing is lost.
Nothing ever
on the internet.
does.
For better, for worse. So yes, we will scan and post these in the next issue of Dragon Plus, issue 20, coming out very early at the top of June, after the stream of many eyes. So again, if you are tuning in, this was hard to find hags, one of the most adaptable monsters in Dungeons and Dragons. Whatever terrain or location adventurers go to, there always seems to be a particular type of hag adapted just to that environment. We are creating some rather niche environment hags, and we will find out what our artists were creating. Some of the other questions that came in the chat. Yes, that is an original Fiend Folio. I pulled that off of my shelf for the goofball monster questions. I have a fondness in my heart for the Fiend Folio. Some of the monsters might be a little quirky, but I think you can't go wrong with an Eye of Fear or Flame, or a sheet golem, which we did not have time to reconcept as in a monster makeover. Although Stan, you had a great suggestion, like how can you possibly make a sheet ghoul cool?
Right, I was hoping that would come up because the answer is you just draw the sheet, but it's like a Star Wars sheet.
Nice.
It's just
And then we get sued again. So apparently all my ideas get us sued.
And Danny, before we go, we'll be seeing you at the Stream of Many Eyes, correct?
Yeah, I will be dressed as Scrummy, and that's the character I've been making on Craft Tags this whole season. Obo Crazy will be there.
Yes.
We made her costume on the stream this season too. It's going to be really fun. I'm really excited to just get dressed up with everybody because everybody's going to be dressed up. And last year at the stream of Annihilation, I was one of the only people dressed up as a goblin. So like, and that's fun and all, but when you're the only one dressed up at a party, it's not as fun. I mean, Holly was dressed up too as a goblin as well, so I wasn't alone. But this year is...
Today was Superhero Day
so
at my
cool.
kids' daycare.
Yeah?
And so they were very adamant about dressing up.
That's so cool.
Yes.
Any chance to dress up?
Yes,
I'm
I
there.
agree. I totally agree. All right.
Do you want to see this garbage?
I do. Oh.
Oh boy.
All right. Our last three entrants for today.
Good work, guys.
We've done it,
Well
folks.
done.
We've gotten through another Dungeons and Doodles.
We made it.
But let's see our final answers here. Stan, what are we looking at?
We're
What
looking
kind of
at
hag?
the DMV hag.
Oh, man.
Now serving 03, and she's got numbers starting with 404. And we've got an eye chart that
Yeah.
seems to say get bent.
It does seem to say that.
A little Rankin Bass vibe.
Yeah.
She's pretty hip looking. I guess those
Yeah.
glasses are,
Hags are great, man.
yeah, there we go.
Hags know
I went for also a little bit of witch hazel in there for your Warner Brothers fans.
Yes. And Mr. Matt Cavada, we're going to be looking at your hag next.
It's my coffee shop hag.
Oh yeah.
In a way, she's like a tar. in
She
that
is like a...
Buried waist deep into a giant scone. And she's
Going to tar.
drooling coffee.
I was going to say, that's...
And as a barista, what do you call it?
An apron.
Apron on.
Yeah.
And you might notice on her left hand she is missing a thumb because she's a friend of the grill.
I was going to ask. I was going to ask about the thumb.
Is that a coffee cup hat?
It is a coffee cup.
Wow, I like it. That one.
And
I want to know how she foams the latte.
She just blows into it really hard.
like a farmer blow.
She toots.
Yeah, there's all sorts of ways.
And you don't want any of them.
No, probably not.
And
This is-
Danny, what are we looking at here?
The hot tub hag,
All right.
which is basically just me in maybe 30 years. She's got a little drink with an eyeball on a stick.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's definitely itching a butt crack.
I was going to say.
Yeah, there's itch noises next to it too. But yeah,
Well-
I like her.
In your next adventure at home, you too might run into any one of these fine hags or any of
If
the other
someone
creatures.
stats them up, they should send them in.
Yeah, by all means,
Oh God.
hit us up on Twitter.
I like it.
We'd be glad to
They
take
look like they'd be friends.
Yeah.
Well, hags tend to get together.
Hey,
We've got a
what's
little
it?
cubby right
Yeah,
there.
there we go. It's like the suburban hag coven.
Come up with the name of this sitcom, and you too could get on.
Yeah.
That's right.
network television.
Premiering on Netflix in about 30 days.
Yeah, 1,000 shows a year. Again, thank you to our guests, Stan, Matt, and Danny. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for having us.
This was fun.
Always a pleasure.
And thank you to our viewers, to our followers, to our subscribers. Stick around at 3:30 for Greg Tito and D&D News, and at 4 p.m. Pacific for Dice Camera Action. Congratulations to our raffle winner, and we will be contacting you via Twitch Whisper shortly.
And thank you to Pelham.
Oh yeah, of course.
Thanks, Pelham.
Pelham doing all the technical work and getting those drawings back and
He's
forth.
doing the important stuff.
Yes. And I'll mention thank you to Warren Obelcraze as well as one of our Twitch moderators who takes part in quite a few of our Twitch chats. It was a great pleasure to see her in the office yesterday with Danny on Craft Eggs.
It was good to get her in front of a camera.
Yes. All right. So we'll be back at 3:30 with D&D News. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.